Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 11. I finally got some sleep last night. Man, I needed it badly. I had a meeting at 6 p.m. last night, and when I got home a little bit before that. I figured I'd take a nap and then go to my meeting. So I lay down for about 15 minutes. I have a meeting online for work first, and I end up 5 minutes late for that. So that was a great start. And then I couldn't get back to sleep after that because I had the other meeting. So go take care of that meeting. It was fine. I took my youngest with me. Got home and watched about an hour of TV, and then went to sleep nice and early. I forget what time it was, maybe 9:30 or something like that. Woke up at 6 and still didn't want to get up, but do what I have to do. Took a kid to school, and now I'm on my way to the office. So everything is all right. Today is going to be a lighter day, but I feel like my team is not going to be in the office, so I'm going to bust my butt to work hard this morning, and I may go ahead and visit some casinos this afternoon. As always, I'll do my lunchtime visit, but I feel like I could probably get away with staying out of the office after that. Who's going to know, right? I mean, get to the office, you sign in, use your card to get in the door, and then after that, who's going to know if you're still in the office or if you left and came back? So let me just check my schedule here real quick and see what I have going on. I feel like it's a light day. I feel like maybe just one morning meeting, but let's see. Oh no, it's not a light day at all. We've got a 9 a.m. meeting, 9:30 to 10:30 meeting, and an 11 to 12. That's just nice. How rude, 11 to 12. And then after that, I'm free. So I guess I could do that. I could just leave after 12. How much can I really get done, though? Normally, I would get 2 visits to the casino on a normal day in town. If I leave right at 12, get there, I could probably have 4 sessions. No, 3 sessions. That's probably going to be the max, though. And it will be doubtful if I have any blackjack in. So we'll see what happens. We'll take it one step at a time, but hopefully we do well. I talked a little bit about some of the crypto stuff I was doing. I think I talked about XRP on here. My son and I bought a bunch of it at just over $2. And yesterday, we've only held it for a couple weeks, and yesterday it hit like $3.40. So I told my son that we're in it long term. Let's try to hold it for 5 years. It's only a few $1,000s. So he wanted to cash out immediately, and I said, no, you need to hold it. So we'll try to hold it and see what happens. It could possibly be something long term for the banking system. So we'll see what happens with that. So right now we're in the middle of 2 audits at the office. One is our annual penetration test, which I'm just going to verify that everything is caught up on that. And then the other one is a third party that we hired to do testing that a company would go through if they worked with the government. And so they're auditing us like the government would, so that when we have our real audit, we'll be in good shape for that. So I have to provide a lot of documentation, scans, things like that for that. And I'm going to try to actually remove what I've already uploaded and upload it in a more simple way, because generally with auditors, the more information you give, the more they're going to ask for. So just like if you're in court, you answer the question as simply as possible and don't elaborate, and then that way there won't be a bunch more questions. So anyway, that's what's going on right now. We're heading out to the office, I guess. And it's a cool day, but it's a nice day. The sun is just rising right now. No clouds in the sky that I can see. 26 degrees outside. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. Man, good night. What a long day. Had 4 meetings back to back to back while I was getting inquiries through Teams and I was trying to solve all these different cases, put in incidents, and doing all these things all at the same time, so that I could finish up 8 or 10 hours worth of work in 4 hours. And luckily, I think we were able to do it. That was about 3 hours and 45 minutes in the office, and I was able to get everything accomplished that I need to get accomplished for now. I've got the laptop with me. We're heading off to our first casino for the day. Today might not be the most amazing day in the world and might not be a ton of action, but we're going to see what we can do about making some money today and adding to our totals. That purchase that I made, I got to call home and make sure she signs for that, but that purchase I made online should be coming in today. I already have it sold as well, so I think everything will be good as far as that goes. Yeah, that's really about it right now. I'm gonna let you go, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, still on the road to the first casino. Had a big slowdown and finally got through it all, and it turns out that there must have been some kind of an accident. Wow. And a car hit the wall, the median, flipped upside down, caught fire, and by the time we got through it all, they had put the fire out, but it was still like completely charred, upside down. Must have been an awful accident. So hopefully nobody died in that accident. Finally back on the road, going full speed again, and still continuing on to my first casino. Got my laptop sitting next to me, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back, just leaving this casino, and it was okay. I go in, start looking around, and I see a couple machines that are already marked by somebody, and I'm like, okay, well, he's here. I know exactly who it is too. And walking around looking, and then I see him in the high limit area. I come over and talk to him for a minute, and we talked about what's been going on, and he quit his job recently to do this full time, and he's telling me that there's not a lot of people in there during the day, but I'm like, I know for a fact that there are people, and there's 3 new guys in the last couple weeks that have been coming in, and he's like, yeah, but they're doing okay. So, you know, as long as he's happy, I guess. He's tried to work a regular job, but keeps going back to doing this. So he says he misses the money, which I agree. It's ups and downs, but you're your own boss at least. Anyway, I know which machines he likes and which ones he doesn't like. So I went and looked at the ones that he normally wouldn't check, because he says he's been there all day. And then I went through my normal run through on my second lap, and ended up okay. I bought in for a total of $20 in cash and ended up cashing out a profit of $204. So plus $204, and we're going to continue on, but I'm going to need some gas in the next 100 miles or so, and I am hungry now. So I guess all that not sleeping and then finally getting sleep. I woke up this morning and had to take my kid to school, and so right now I'm starving. So I'm going to stop and get some food I already ordered, go through the drive-thru, pick that up, and then we'll continue on to our next casino, and I'll be back to update you.
More people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider, because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference.
Alright guys, I am back. At the risk of having some announcements here in the background and having to start over again on this, I'm going to go ahead and try to record this. I'm just walking outside here because I went to the wrong parking lot, and I actually went to the VIP lot and my card didn't work, so I ended up having to park on the other side of the place. And then of course I go out the VIP door because I'm used to it. So anyway, right now I am heading back to my car, and I had a crazy losing session on slots, an epic losing session on slots. So, trying to think here, back to the beginning. I walk in, I go start looking at my normal stuff that I look at, and I go to the first area that has the volatile stuff that I enjoy a lot because there's always possibilities to make good money on there, and the losses usually are not terrible. So I go, I find a really good play at $4.50. And I say that because some of you who know what I'm talking about will know exactly what it is. $4.50 a spin. And it should take 2 or 3 minutes, and it should hit. It should make a couple $100 on it. That thing probably took 15, 18 minutes before it finally hit, and I made a loss of like 600 on it. So, are we getting run over here? I was unlucky enough in there. I don't need to be unlucky out here, right? Be safe out there. Anyway, so I lose a bunch of money on that one. And then I check on the one next to it, and there's another play. This one's at $9 a spin. And at $9, now you're talking real volatility, because I was not going for the same level of jackpot. I was going for the higher level of jackpot. And as you know, the more spins, the more volatile it can be if it's a very large bet amount. So this machine is already medium to high volatility. On top of that, I'm spinning at $9. On top of that, I'm going to try to win the higher prize, which takes even longer. And so I start pumping money into it. I'm already down like 600, 800, 10, 1200, 1500, 1800, 2200. I'm like, this is getting bad here because it's only 11 spins for $100, right? So 11 spins for 100. Now I'm in 2000. I don't know why this radio came on here. I'm still learning this stupid car. So now I'm in 2200, 2400, 2600, 3000. I'm like, this is ridiculous. But you can't. The problem with this stuff is when it's some kind of a must-hit buy, you can't stop, because think of it this way: if you're trying to go for a must-hit buy $500, let's just say, and you're down 600, are you going to quit? No, you're not going to quit. You're going to try to get 500 of your 600 back, right? So now it became a losing proposition. I'm going to lose no matter what, but how much am I going to lose? So now I'm in 3,700, 4,000. I finally hit at 4,000, and I get a big whiff, a big miss, and I leave that machine down 3,500. Pretty depressing, right? Oh no, that's not depressing. It's going to get worse than that. So I continue on. I find another machine. It's a little marginal, but right away, within 5 spins, it gets into a really good spot. And then I'm trying to calculate how many spins I was in on this machine, because I think it was somewhere around 4,000 spins at $6 a spin. That's like $54,000 I ran through there. That's unbelievable. Is that possible? I'm going to have to think back and look at my records and see. Let's say it's half that much. It's still like $26,000. I know for sure I was on that machine for over an hour. So I'm playing that one, and it's just not doing what it's supposed to do. The payouts are horrible. I'm losing. Now I'm in for 4,000. Now I'm in for 4,500. Now I'm in for 4,600. And, you know, I think the deepest I was down was like 46.55 or 46.45, something like that. That's how much I was down. So finally, I get a couple decent-sized payouts on there, which should have been coming along a lot throughout this whole mess, because with machines like that, your regular line hits especially at $9 a spin, or what was that one, $6 a spin, they're going to pay you pretty well. They're going to pay you 100, 300. You know, you're going to have those sprinkled in here and there, but still the machine overall is going to pay you whatever, 85, 87%, let's say. And it started to turn around a little bit. It would give me like 700, it would take away 700. Give me 800, take away 700. Give me 5, take away 5. But at least I was like leveling out. And I wasn't planning on playing any blackjack today, so I've got like 20 on me. I don't have 50,000 on me, you know. So you start getting nervous once you open up your second $5,000 bundle. So anyway, I end up finally hitting that machine, and I end up getting up from the machine, and I'm down 3,100, I believe, 3,100. So now I'm down 3,100. And while I'm at that machine, something happened that's never happened before. Mr. Flat-Face Chinese guy came up to me with his friend, and I don't have a name for his friend, but his friend seems like a really nice guy, actually. He came up to me, and he started asking me, you know, what was it, you know, where was it when you started, what's going on, how are you doing, how long have you been playing it? And I'm like, you know, they're being friendly to me, so I'm being friendly to them. You know, just because, you know, we're going for the same money, and I don't like some of their practices doesn't mean that I have to be a jerk. So I talked to them for a few minutes. Okay, see you later, you know, and they take off. So I'm kind of putting it together in my head, because later on I ran into two ladies that must be their wives. But we'll come back to that. Shut up, car. All right. This car, I'm going to do a lot of work on it this weekend and get all these dings out of here. So I move on. I go to a high limit area. I find a play. I make like 300 on that one. I come back around to the front. There's really not much going on. I find a couple small plays. Makes me about 100. The other one makes me about 50. Trying to think now where I was at. Okay, so then I'm getting ready to leave, and I'm checking these machines that I don't always. You know what? I was talking for like 2 minutes, and the recording had stopped. I haven't even listened to the recording. I don't know where I was, but I think I was at the point where I was saying, well, I'll just briefly. There was a younger black guy sitting at the middle machine of these three machines, and he stood up, and I was surprised that he stood up. And I sit down, and around the corner come these two Chinese ladies, and you can tell they're just pissed, and they're talking about me in Chinese. And what I was saying was, I wish that I knew Chinese Mandarin. I think it would be cool to have a friend who's Chinese and have him come along with me, and he can learn what we do. Excuse me. He can learn what we do, and I can learn some Chinese. That would be awesome. He can teach me all the bad words first. The only thing I know in any kind of Asian language is "ayya." I don't even know if that's Chinese or not. So, anyway, so I'm playing this machine. I put like an 800, those 1,300 voucher in that machine, and I look over, and the play is actually 2-cent denomination times 400, not 1 cent. So it's actually $8 a spin. And that actually made me feel better that it was a higher amount, because I'm behind and I need to win some money back, right? So I'm playing this machine, and they're not happy. They're talking, and then they decide that they want to talk to me today too, just like the other guys did. So I'm like, okay, this is good. I don't mind learning from you guys, or not learning, but talking to you guys. Looks like I took a picture. When I got up from that machine, there was 62 cents left, so that guy had to be pissed. I can tell you, I was expecting to be in at least $1,000 before this thing hit. So there's no way an average person would have brought that kind of money to a machine like this if he didn't know what to expect. So, like I said, there was two plays. One was close, one was almost there. Right away, I hit the one that was not close, and that one paid $501. Right after that one, I get a line hit within a minute of that one that pays $612.50. and then I get another, and then I get what I was going for initially, which I thought was going to be like, you know, 700 or 800, and that only paid me $260.11. So I hope you like numbers. This is like a lot of numbers, I know. So where did I end up after all this? I was down as much as $4,545, and I ended my session down $616. I think that's pretty good. If you had offered me that deal earlier, I would have jumped at it. So I didn't think that there was going to be any way that I was going to get that kind of payback on it. But $616 down for that session, and I actually wasted like 2 hours in there. I had no clue it was going to take that long. And I'm moving on now to my next casino, and I'll be back to update you, hopefully with some good news. All right, guys, real quick, let's just do our segments. What did you eat today, MW? Well, I went to Wendy's, and they have this special right now. It used to be 2 for $4, then it used to be 2 for $5, and then 2 for $6. Now it's 2 for $7. You can get spicy chicken sandwich, single, Dave's single, 2 things off that menu. So I got a Dave's single and a spicy chicken sandwich, and I don't know why their spicy chicken hasn't been very good lately. I don't know if they changed companies that they're using or what the deal is. It feels like it was frozen, and Wendy's isn't supposed to do that, so who knows what's going on there. But I give that 8 on a scale of 2 through ace. Very mediocre. And that's about it for today so far. And then what did you tip today, MW? And at this last spot that I went to that I just talked about, I did get one W2. It was for like $14.50, I think, $14.41, something like that. And I ended up tipping $10 on that one. So $10 in tips today, and food was mediocre. And gonna go home. My wife will have some good food for me tonight. She is going to a women's meeting, which I'm like, what is it? Women's meeting, men's meeting? What are these things? And this is like a group of women who study together, religious study, and they hang out and go to shows and stuff together. So I like that she's keeping busy with good people and helping each other out. So that's all positive. And you know, I stress to you guys, if you don't have a good influence in your life, look for something like that. If you're older, you want to be a big brother, big sister, do that. A lot of kids need you out there. If you're younger, I mean, make friends with older people. There's nothing wrong with learning from people like that. If you have nobody around like that, find a local place of worship, and you know, just go there and hang out and talk to people and stuff. And being by yourself is never good. I don't care what you do, but try to find something, even if it's going to a rec center, anything like that, the gym, and meeting someone at the gym. Just, you know, make sure you have good relationships that are solid. If the people in your life don't back you up in the struggle that we go through every day, then you may want to find somebody else that will support you. Now, I'm not saying ditch your family, ditch your friends. I'm just saying that if you're doing everything the right way and they are not pleased with you, they don't want to hang out with you, things like that, and you're by yourself, find a good influence to be around, or be a good influence, and do something to give back to your neighborhood, your city, whatever it might be. I know you guys are all good people. I've now talked to hundreds of my listeners, and you are all good people from what I've seen. And you all have good qualities, and the world needs people like us to keep the world a good place. So anyway, that's enough of my bandwagon. So anyway, one more stop here, and I'll be back to update you shortly. All right, guys, I am back. So today has not been a profitable day, but it's been entertaining, I guess would be the word. Definitely entertaining. Definitely got some hours in today. So I moved on to the next casino. I walk in and I see a small play. I've got like $12 in free play. Who gives someone, actually, it was $12.50 in free play. Who gives $12.50? Was it $12.50? Yeah, either $12.50 or $11.50, something weird like that, in free play. So I put that in the machine, played it through. I was ahead like $6 after I left that one. Moved on, found another one that I've been playing on and off the same machine now for 2 or 3 weeks. Get in range, out of range, in range, out of range. And still hasn't hit the big one yet, but all the ones under it keep getting in range. Not quite there yet, but getting there. Played that, and I ended ahead like $75 after I got up off that machine. Then went a long time with no plays. Then I found a small play, and I thought, this is such a small one, no one's going to grab this right now. I'm going to go on and come back. So I go on, I come back like 3 minutes later, and someone's sitting at the machine playing the wrong level. So I go order some food and come back, and the guy's still there, but he had finished playing. I think he made like $15 because I saw what he started with. And he got up. When he saw me, he got up for me to sit down. I sat down, started playing, and I hit. I made like. Well, let me think here. I was down. I ended the session ahead $145, whatever that tells you. So I guess I made $80 on that play. These guys are like five younger kids, college kids. And they're like, yeah, I mean, how did you know that was going to pay that fast, I'm like, well, let me just tell you this. I said, I've been gambling for a very long time, and I know how this stuff works now. I lost a lot of money before I got better at it, and all I can just suggest to you guys is don't ever get involved with anything that's a mystery that you don't know what you're going to get paid. If you're sitting on a slot machine and you don't know for sure that you're going to win, I would not play it. Go do something better with your money. He's like, oh, you mean like some of those jackpots that there's a top on there and it has to pay someone by that? I said, yeah, something like that. Unless you know that you're guaranteed a win, I wouldn't play. So they were pretty cool, and I actually gave them a hint that was not casino related. I said, here's something that I do on the side to make money. It has nothing to do with casinos, and you could do it if you want. And this is what I do, and you can make about $200 a month doing it. And they were very happy that I explained that to them, and we said goodbye. I went and got my food, and I left. So, I feel good doing that because I'm teaching them. I could say, okay, this is how you beat this machine. But now I got young kids who are impressionable and don't have a bankroll, and I'm teaching them something that could get them in trouble. I don't know what their history is like. I don't know what their family history is like. I don't know if they have addictions or will get addictions or what. Instead, I taught them a form of making money that's easy, doesn't take a lot of work, and they can do it in their spare time. And who couldn't use a couple $100s a month? So, hopefully they take advantage of that, and they make some money from it. All right, I am continuing on. Right now it's 6 p.m., so I'm going to start heading toward home. It's been a long day. It's actually 7 p.m., not 6 p.m. What am I looking at here? It's been a long day, and the first 4 hours of the day were at the office, so that doesn't help things much. But next week, Monday is a holiday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this Monday or not. Sunday for sure I'll do my regular overnight. However, Monday I may stay home with the family. I haven't decided yet. And then Tuesday I'll be in the office, and it looks like I'm going to go ahead and be in the office Wednesday, like I did every week for a long time until the last 2 weeks. And then Thursday and Friday I'll travel. So we're going back to the regular schedule that we had after 2 weeks of not being in the office on Wednesday. And I'm still doing research, trying to learn some more stuff. Hopefully you're doing research every day. Hopefully you're learning every day. And we'll talk to you guys soon. If If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.